Hey guys, it's the METALBLADE 5, and welcome back to METALBLADE Theories. This time we are talking about Mortal Kombat, and the possibility that the Elder Gods could actually be evil. And no, this isn't going to be like a Mario's mental thing, because there are actually a lot of things that suggest the Elder Gods possibly being evil. The first thing is the actual story of the Elder Gods, and I would like to give a special thanks to, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, Cedar Erdem, for this info. In the beginning, there was a being known as the One Being, who consumed the Elder Gods. But the Elder Gods created 6 weapons, known as the Kamidogu, which is a MacGuffin in the 3D Mortal Kombat games, to split the consciousness of the One Being into pieces, and each piece became one of the Mortal Kombat realms, and the inhabitants of each realm are basically illusions of the One Being's consciousness, and that the forces of light, such as Raiden, Liu Kang, etc., are sort of killing themselves as they are preventing Earthrealm from merging with Outworld, which is merged with a bunch of other realms, such as Edenia, which prevents the One Being from being restored. And characters like Raiden are close followers of the Elder Gods, so the Elder Gods could be hatching an evil scheme to prevent the return of the One Being. Another piece of evidence that suggests the Elder Gods being evil is that throughout the Mortal Kombat series, some crazy shit goes down. At first, there existed the Mortal Kombat tournament as a way to give Earthrealm a chance to defend itself against Outworld. But some events in the Mortal Kombat games, such as the invasion of Earthrealm without a tournament, and Shang Tsung and Quan Chi becoming the Deadly Alliance and creating an army, and the Elder Gods do nothing about this. Granted, there are rules made by the Elder Gods, but some of these events do not involve the Mortal Kombat tournament, which in the Elder Gods rules, it is said that in order to invade a realm, the opposing realm must defeat all of the defending realm's combatants with a K in the Mortal Kombat tournament. The Elder Gods don't do anything when this rule is broken, possibly because they don't want to get involved, because it may lead to their own destruction. Now, I know those were the Mortal Kombat games before MK9, which is a reboot, but MK9 and MKX actually give more proof to the Elder Gods possibly being evil. MK9 goes through the events of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, but with a Raiden who knows the events of the original timeline. This includes the invasion of Earthrealm from Mortal Kombat 3, which doesn't involve the tournament, and the Elder Gods. Even when Raiden and Liu Kang confront them to do something, the Elder Gods don't do anything until Shao Kahn enters Earthrealm and defeats Raiden without a tournament, even though sending hundreds of Tarkatan and other Outworld monsters to invade Earthrealm would already violate the rules of Mortal Kombat. Helping Raiden at the very end could just be a way of covering up their true intentions. Now we move on to MKX. In the first cutscene of Story Mode, which gives the backstory of the fallen Elder God Shinnok and a recap of the events of MK9, it says that Shinnok turned against the other Elder Gods and was defeated and locked away in the Netherrealm. But when Shinnok returns after the events of MK9, the Elder Gods do nothing about it, and still do nothing when villains like Quan Chi attempt to resurrect Shinnok. But why is this? Well, Shinnok turning on the other Elder Gods would threaten the Elder Gods' existence, while in the events of MKX, Shinnok tries to turn Earthrealm into a new Netherrealm and doesn't wage war on the Elder Gods, which means that in MKX, the Elder Gods' existence is not being threatened. This, and the events of MK9, could hint that the Elder Gods don't care what happens to Earthrealm or any of the other realms, as long as they don't all merge together and bring the One Being back. And some of you could argue that maybe the One Being is evil, which might be why they separated it and don't want to come back, but even if that was true, that doesn't excuse the Elder Gods' lack of ability to help Earthrealm unless their own existence is threatened. And now for evidence that I believe is definitive proof that the Elder Gods are evil, which is Quan Chi's ending in Mortal Kombat X. Here it is.
Quan Chi had long been a servant of Shinnok. His role in freeing him from imprisonment had not gone unnoticed by the Elder Gods. Shinnok was no longer a threat, but Quan Chi's actions had given rise to a new power. After much deliberation, the Elder Gods contrived a plan to rebalance this power before it grew further. Free will was burned from Quan Chi's soul and replaced with a single directive. He must kill Raiden.
So, the Elder Gods have brainwashed Quan Chi to make him kill Raiden because his powers become too strong and it needs to be balanced. But why would they do that when Raiden is a close follower of the Elder Gods? Maybe it's because they don't want to risk Raiden becoming too strong and overpowering them. Now I know that the endings in Mortal Kombat games are not canon, but they are kind of a what-if scenario. So if Quan Chi was to kill Shinnok, then Raiden would become too strong and the Elder Gods would send Quan Chi to kill Raiden. So the evidence that I have presented suggests the Elder Gods will only help Earthrealm and the Forces of Light as long as their existence is threatened, or if it would result in the return of the One Being. So there it is, but before I end this video, I'll just let you know, since many people can misinterpret theories to be fact, this is just a theory, not fact.